All right. Chat is live. Data is being sent to all of the pertinent locations. And I forgot
Locke is gone.
Change the title. Locke is gone? Oh, man.
He disappeared.
I suspect that is because his setup is inferior to ours. And here he comes. Locke is back. So, welcome everybody. I certainly hope your worlds are doing well. And I don't know how to spell the word COVID.
Are we live?
Probably.
Oh, okay. You don't know.
To be honest, at this stage, I don't know because I have had to do a whole lot of stuff in the past. I have not stopped since like 7 a.m. this morning, so
Right.
I am going half crazy. So, welcome to the Crafty Boys. I don't know what the title says. I really don't care. Basically, Locke is coming back. I don't know what the hell is going on, but Locke's technology is failing him. But that's okay because tonight, with the exception of Locke, that's okay, man. You're in cottage country. This is to be expected. But the unique thing that we're experiencing tonight is that we have a surprise, which is not very big of a deal. But three of us have the same beer, the Daggerad Colanta. Now, I know I'm pronouncing that wrong because I seem to recall we had a beer not too long ago that was using a similar fruit of the same family or is the same fruit that this beer is using. And it I in my research found that it was actually pronounced a certain way, which of course today I can't remember what that was, but that's okay because it's Dave's fault. Thank you for that, Dave. So, Kalenda is from, and I always pronounce their name Daggerad, but of course I know their name is not pronounced that way. But
most people would pronounce it the same way, so I wouldn't.
Really? Okay. Well, that's all right. So let me read you off the label here while I get my aged glasses going on here. Colanta brings the bright citrusy flavors of Thai yellow curry to the fruity crispness of a Belgian blonde ale. This beer was originally brewed for our 3rd anniversary, and we crowdsourced recipe ideas from our entire staff.
This
The
went insane.
Oh my!
What? That is huge.
I was trying, honest to God, to
Okay,
do
there's a bad pour, but it doesn't matter because I did a good pour and I'm still getting a decent amount of head.
I tried to do a good pour.
The resulting beer has citrusy and spicy notes that layer over the yeast.
A product called Beach Blonde.
Blah blah blah. Here's why you're getting the
Who
bad
made
pours.
that? Was it Bernie?
Colanta is a re-fermented in the bottle, so pour with care to leave the yeast sediment at the bottom of the bottle. So essentially, they're actually warning you on the bottle, boys, that you did not read apparently, that when you're pouring this beer, don't be, you can't be too careful. So I just want to point out that the beer that I've been drinking this evening is the Backcountry Brewing Baby Maker ISA.
Baby Maker.
Nice.
Exactly. So this beer was donated to the show by people on my Strata Council because I just came out of a long Strata Council meeting. Let me finish it off. And then pour in the Colanta.
Okay, Dave and I have already poured our Colanta. Kind of straw colored, maybe it's a little bit
There's
more
the
yellowy
head on
than
mine.
that.
That's what it looks like, boys and girls.
Very effervescent. Citrusy kind of flavors, or pardon me, odors.
Aromatic as hell, though.
Yeah, totally.
That's actually kind of impressive.
Interestingly, they're really thick head, but not a lot of lacing going on. It's not sticking to the sides of the glass.
But is that really a bad thing when you think about it?
No, it's not. No, not necessarily.
Before we continue on, Locke, what are you drinking this evening?
I don't think he heard.
I have a feeling Locke can't hear Shane
Locke!
again.
Are
I
you
can't
there?
understand it all. No.
Locke, what?
Yo,
Oh, tell me
Locke,
I said.
what are you drinking?
What am I drinking? Right. So I have something from Great Lakes Brewery. And
Okay.
it is called Haze Mama. And it's a New England IPA.
Okay.
Now you can see that the Haze Mama here is some kind of like hippie chick.
Right.
So let's pour this out. So this is 7%, I think. Yes, 7%.
Okay.
And I've already had one of these. And the liquid itself is a hazy, bright yellow. If a little bit more light here.
Okay. We'll take your word for it, Locke.
Yeah. So bright yellow, hazy, and Mamma Mia, that is some sweet tasting beer. It's got a kind of a pineapple kind of a flavor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Tasty, refreshing, quaffable. Yeah, I like this beer.
So, for us West Coasters who aren't going to be able to get our hands on that, what would you say is the closest equivalent in the West of that particular beer? Give us something to sort of compare it to.
It's along the road to Rad Seeker.
Really?
Okay, Rad Seeker.
Yeah. It's got that kind of sort of new wave of hazy, bright, almost something that you could imagine being. It's not soda pop, but it's definitely it's on the sweeter end of the kind of beverages that I would be drinking.
All right. So Locke, you probably missed it because Shane was the one that was talking about, but we are drinking, the three of us, Kolanta from Daggerad.
Okay.
It's a Belgian-style blonde ale with lime leaf and galangal. Whatever that is.
Yeah, you get that. You get that in Thai food a lot.
It's a Thai Thai food. Yeah.
How is it? Do you like it?
I'm really enjoying it. The flavor is just it's like there's a party in my mouth and everyone's invited. It's I don't even know how to explain it though. Like, Dave, how would you explain this flavor?
Whoa.
Whoa.
Yeah, that. There you go.
It's like it's like a lager or a pilsner with lots of like fruity kind of flavors, but it's kind of like a weird off fruity kind of flavor. It's really aromatic. I mean, this is such a pleasant beer to consume. Quaffable, very, very much so. I could pound this back pretty quickly here. It comes in at 6.4% and is available in bomber bottles.
Mm-hmm.
Well, galangal, don't forget, is it's in the ginger family, where it is a root.
That's what I'm detecting is ginger.
So that's what I was going to say, is that it really tastes like ginger to me. So that, I mean, It's in the same family. It has some definite, there's some tinge there. Some tinge? What's the word
So,
I'm looking
Locke,
for?
Shane
Yeah.
is just telling us
Right.
about
Locke can't hear me, of course.
He can't hear you, Shane. The Galangal is a member of the ginger family.
Okay.
So kind of tastes a bit like that. So that's why I'm detecting that. But it was hard for me to put my finger on. I knew there was something about it. And then Shane said ginger. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's it. That's what it is. Really, really good beer. I'm really enjoying this.
Yeah, it's incredibly aromatic. Like it's got a lot of scent to it. So when before you even try it out, you've got a lot going on there. Now the big thing with Galangal is that, as I read here on the internet, that it makes people a lot taller than they feel they are. So that's one of the medicinal values.
Apparently, according to Shane, who's reading off the web, that Galangal makes people think they're taller than they actually are.
Ah.
So there you go.
So Dave.
Sweet. I'm all in.
Yeah.
Shane should also be pretty down with that too. So,
Dave, I don't want to put you on the spot here, but how tall are you?
5'3".
5'3", really?
Yeah.
You strike me as being taller than that. Like, I'm shocked.
I've never stricken you, sir. Yeah, bears have a hate on for short people. Bitches.
Okay, so I want to bring up something. I read an article. So it's Mustard Day coming up on August the 1st. Okay. And French's mustard, French's yellow mustard, you guys have eaten on hot dogs and hamburgers and stuff for years and years and years, is making a beer to celebrate the occasion. So for National Mustard Day, which is August 1st, it's they're making a wheat beer in cooperation with Oscar Blues Brewery in Colorado and North Carolina. What is it here? So a 12-ounce can is 5.2%. It is a wheat beer. It's infused with citrus fruits that complement French's classic yellow mustard. Flavors include lime, lemon, tangerine, and passion fruit to go with the spice of the mustard.
Sounds disgusting.
So
it kind of does, but I'd also like to try it. I mean, we'll never get to try it here, I doubt, because it's only available in the States. But
so someone in their wisdom has decided that the perfect pairing for French's yellow mustard is limes and passion fruit
in a beer, yeah.
In a beer, okay.
with
as long as
the mustard,
obviously.
But you know what? I mean, that would almost be a good homebrew kind of project for us Canadians. I mean, yeah, I'd try that. I'd put mustard in my wort. I don't know if I get French's. I probably get the cheap no-name stuff because it's cheaper. Shane?
Yes.
You do home brewing, right?
I do.
I want you to make a mustard beer. This
I just actually got yesterday. I purchased a fresh bottle of French's mustard. So hey, I'm in.
I have a feeling you're going to need more than one bottle.
Western Family is cheaper, I'm sure, so I'll make it happen.
All right.
Go to Restaurant Supply and get one of those.
I will use
5-gallon
mustard
jugs or
packets
whatever they
from McDonald's. Actually, to be honest, I've said that, but now I'm like, you know what? I really think that using mustard packets from McDonald's would be a unique beer. I don't think anyone has done that.
Yeah, but you got to open the packets. You can't just
That's
throw
okay.
the packets
I could
in.
make that happen. I could just cut each other, squeeze them out like you would normally, as if you were sitting in your car feeling shame that you've bought.
Alan,
not
you
just
build
a
a
Big
robot
Mac.
that's going to cut the packs open and
Yes,
do whatever
that's
you need to
exactly what
do.
should happen.
Yeah.
I mean, you could make like a mustard packet beer, a beer that tastes like mustard packets. Or how about this? Put ketchup in it too. A ketchup and mustard beer.
You could use ketchup and mustard beer. This is very true. What is with that whole? What do they call it? The ketchup
here's
and
a beer.
mayonnaise mix thing.
Here's a beer that we can do. Okay, in the wort, instead of regular water, we use hot dog water, mustard, ketchup, and we call it like the hot dog beer. The perfect beer pairing for your hot dog day.
That is the grossest thing I have ever heard of, and I would prefer to eat my dog's butt over consuming.
Oh, there's a
what
beer
you just
idea.
suggested. That was purely for Locke's pleasure.
Pleasure?
I couldn't think of another word. I'm sorry.
Okay, so I want to know, do we have any viewers right now, Shane? It'd be a miracle if we do, but...
We actually do. We have some viewers right now.
All right, so I want to know from our viewers if they're drinking anything.
Apparently our viewers are called
God,
purists. Sorry, what was your question again?
What are they drinking tonight as they're joining in? Can they comment?
I actually did ask in the comments, asking what people were drinking, but they have not responded. So that's okay. It's late on a Wednesday. We're all good.
All right. All right. I assume one of them is Julian.
And most likely it is Julian.
Yeah.
Because, he's our most Julian.
Or
Thank you very much. Basically, Julian is our most dedicated viewer. He is on an island currently in the middle of nowhere with very little internet, but he does
with
take
the
time out
professor
of
and
his schedule.
Marianne and
Yes, with the professor and Marianne. And he does take time out of his schedule to listen to our drivel.
I wonder
So,
who he would be, Julian. Would he be like the skipper, Gilligan, Mr. Howell?
Of course, no. He's obviously the skipper.
Yeah,
You think?
Julian would very much be the skipper. He is not
a
Gilligan.
That way, just naturally.
He is most definitely not a ginger. Again, he is not a Marianne.
Right.
I think that really he is the skipper because he likes to control everything. There's nothing that he wouldn't control. So if he was a Gilligan, then he would not brew as much as he does. So there you go.
Well, I mean, he could brew as much as he does. You just screw it up.
True. I mean, if we're to talk about Gilligan as a home brewer, I can't imagine Gilligan would ever be successful at one single brew because he would completely destroy every single recipe he was handed. If he created something that he was the honest creator of. So if he had sat down and written out a recipe to brew a beer, then maybe. But Gilligan has never struck me as an individual who would be able to come up with something on his own, so therefore anything he makes would be an utter disaster, and the skipper would just end up smacking him with his hat.
Right. Okay,
Just
so
saying.
this leads me to another question, and I can't believe we've never asked each other this on the show, because this tells a lot about our personalities here.
Oh, God.
Ginger or Marianne? Locke, go.
Ginger, all the way.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Dave?
No, Marianne.
Okay.
Marianne is,
Okay,
Well,
you know what?
would
I have to
say,
abstain because I didn't watch enough Gilligan.
Oh.
So I can't say.
Okay. But you know of Ginger and Marianne, right?
Only
Look,
vaguely.
Marianne was better looking, but for whatever reason, I like the fact that Ginger is like, she's a foxy fox. You know what I mean? Like she knows.
She's a foxy fox and she knows it.
Yeah.
You know
And I
what?
kinda like
It
that about her.
kind of sounds to me, in my head, I'm picturing a couple of girls I do know from another story, which is Betty and Veronica.
Okay,
This
yeah.
other story is from where?
And I am imagining that Marianne would be the Betty.
As
Maybe.
opposed to the Veronica.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's possible. To be honest, my knowledge of Archie comics is pretty slim. So I couldn't say. Shane, Ginger or Marianne, go.
Well, let me tell you all about the Gilligan argument where people always compare Ginger and Marianne. I think
You're
that
not
we
gonna
film-
you're not gonna talk about Mrs. Howell, are you?
No, most definitely not. New paragraph. The thing that we have to remember is that the summary, the film that really describes the Ginger Marianne problem is the film Dazed and Confused. New paragraph. Now, let me tell you all about... No, I'm kidding. I am totally kidding. The film is basically tells people about how Ginger represents the Madonna. Let me correct myself. She represents the whore, where Mary Ann represents the Madonna. Sorry, not the Madonna. Oh my God!
It's
Yes,
a male
the Madonna. Thank
pornographic
you.
fantasy.
So it's a pornographic fantasy for those who live on Gilligan's Island. You have Ginger, who is a representative sexuality, and you have Marianne, who is a representative of the chaste, or the individual who represents the utter embodiment of virginity, if that's even a word. But essentially, you have both the best of both. Let me correct myself.
I'm pretty sure virginity isn't a word.
It is totally not. But, new paragraph. If you were to compare the
If they had a boat, it
sexual
wouldn't be
fantasy
there.
of a 16-year-old child, then Gilligan's Island is the epitome of that fantasy. Hence the name Gilligan's Island. Or
So what you're really saying is both.
yes, they have the best of both worlds. Sorry, the males have the best of both worlds, where the women have to choose between a nerdy science guy and an old fuddy-duddy.
Old fat guy.
So that's the problem with Gilligan's Island, where the people who created it are able to create a fantasy for only a certain section of the population, where everybody else is left to pick up the pieces, where they're not able to enjoy themselves as much as the other half.
Okay. I asked a really simple question.
You want to ask simple questions?
Oh, but it wasn't a simple
This
question,
is not the
was it?
show for simple questions, sir.
What a jerk. Okay, I'm a Marianne here myself, personally. I'm not a Marianne, but that's who I'd prefer. If I had to choose between the two, it would be Marianne.
Now, that begs a question, though. If you are to choose between Ginger or Marianne, what are the criteria you're choosing them by? New paragraph. So, if you were to say, I would prefer the Marianne, is that because you see Marianne as a breeding partner? Or are you not choosing Ginger because you feel that she's just a flash in the pan or a one-night stand, as it were?
I see. Okay, so Ginger kind of epitomizes the girl that's out of your league.
Marianne, really?
No, Ginger.
Oh, Ginger. Okay, sorry, I thought you said Marianne.
No, well, maybe I did. I don't know. Ginger is the one that's kind of just out of your league, and you always have to keep proving yourself, and you always feel like you have a tenable hold on your relationship, and it's just not a healthy kind of thing for an ugly, overweight, bald, middle-aged white guy to get into. Okay, the conversation has devolved into a Ginger Marianne choice. Okay.
Don't read the chat. Keep going.
Sorry. Marianne is the attainable one. She's the girl next door, you know?
Oh my god, I just totally screwed up Gilligan's Island.
Shane wrote in Gilligan's Island.
Gilligan's
Island.
New paragraph. For Locke's benefit, this is what just happened. I asked the chat to let me know what they felt was their choice for Ginger or Marianne. However, I typed in Gilligan's Island, not Gilligan's Island. And if anybody has ever lived in Vancouver and walked by the American Cinema, which, by the way, is a porn theater, I remember many years ago walking by and noting the title Gilligan's Island as a porn title. So there you are. Fill in the blanks as you are willing, but there you go. My brain is fried.
Yes. As are all of our brains fried. All right, so I think we've exhausted the Gilligan's Island stuff. Let's move on. Yes. Do you guys want to talk politics?
we should talk about the.
No,
no, I don't either. Okay, religion, go. In 10 minutes.
Okay, religion.
Sum up religion.
Marianne.
Now I will point out. Fuck! Every time I talk.
I know what I wanted to say.
Go, Dave or Alan. Go.
Bill and Ted's Face the Music. They have finally come up with a release date. I think it was supposed to be released by now or sometime in August. They have revised that. It looks like it's going to come out on September the 1st. It's going to be in select theaters, and it's also going to be released digitally at the same time. So you're going to be able to watch it from home or in a theater concurrently. I'm looking forward to it. The trailer was released the other day, and it actually looks pretty sweet.
Oh, man. Okay, I got to check this out.
Oh, yeah.
Totally. Where's
as a matter of fact,
happening?
Where's
the digital release happening?
I'm not sure where the digital release is happening. Shane has the trailer here up on the screen.
All right. Can't hear a damn thing, though.
No, me neither.
I
love the Orion Pictures thing.
So basically, wrong window. This show is going to hell in a handbasket. Basically, the description that I can give for Bill and Ted's next film, or as the title implies, Bill and Ted Face the Music, is Bill and Ted, of course, have not written the song that will unite everything together within the universe. And they are basically at the end of their rope where they have not been able to create the unification song, as it were.
Which has caused bowling scores to go way up. And
bowling scores that go way up.
Go way down.
And golf scores to go way down. But they haven't been able to do that. And they're now middle-aged. They have children and wives. And they don't know what to do with themselves. So they decide that they are going to go forward into the future in order to steal the song that unifies the universe that they, in theory, have written. And it messes with the timeline, as it always would. So yeah. I am looking forward to this this music. And
You mean the movie?
Oh my God, what is wrong with my brain? But yes, I would like to see this film today, not on September 1st.
I'll tell you what's wrong with your brain. 4 glasses of wine.
And a beer.
True. And a beer.
Times 2.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
Yeah, no, I admit it. I have had a bit too much this evening. But essentially, I'm looking forward to this film.
One of the things that I've been seeing advertised on television is they're celebrating July by doing Christmas shows for a week.
Yeah.
What?
Christmas in July.
What?
Yeah, that's the kind of celebration that sort of makes you feel
weird.
Like you want the end times to just come now. Make it stop. When celebrating has been reduced to let's watch Christmas movies in July, I don't know what to say.
I don't really care either way.
Make it stop. Make it stop.
Christmas movies in July.
If you think about it,
stretch.
All the Christmas stuff is going to be out on store shelves if we're able to go to stores within the next 4 weeks.
The
Christmas catalog. If Sears were still around, the Christmas catalog, this Christmas wish book, would have been coming out after Labor Day.
If we're going to do this, you realize that now we have to celebrate Christmas by watching Weekend at Bernie's.
Okay. I'm okay with that.
Okay.
I have to tell you guys a story. Regarding Weekend at Bernie's.
Okay.
Okay.
Already I'm liking this story. Go on.
Well, are you? Oh, don't make me fill up the entire screen. Come on.
You said you wanted to tell us a story. Let's hear it.
Okay. So when Weekend at Bernie's came out, I don't remember what year it was. It was like 16, 15 or something. And
so it's about
I kind of went on it's not a blind date. I don't want to say that. It wasn't a date at all. But I was meeting a girl there that I'd never met before. And we were going to the movie. And oh my God, she was gorgeous. I didn't know what to do with my
Anyway. Kind of a way?
No, in a ginger kind of way, actually.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah. Anyway, so I bought a bag of M&Ms at the concession counter, and I'm trying to. I offered to buy her something. She didn't want anything. We take her seats, and I'm trying to be smooth. I open up the bag of M&Ms, and when I applied too much pressure, and the whole thing opened and exploded. M&Ms were everywhere. I hated Weekend at It just was a bad experience. I only saw her a couple of times since, and it was awkward every single time.
So Alan has told us about his worst date. What is your worst?
It wasn't a date,
Dave?
though. That's the thing. It wasn't a date. It was. I don't know what it was.
Come on, Dave. What's your worst date? Anytime, Dave.
I gotta think. I haven't had that many dates.
Faster, Dave. Tell us your worst date story.
There was this guy named Dolph.
There was a guy named Dolph, and it was horrible. He wanted me to cuddle. Okay, actually, I have a story. Very
Okay,
briefly.
Shane has a story.
Just the other day, I had a phone call with a client, and I had just dealt with a ornery dog who was wanting to cuddle rather than allow me to work. And when I answered the phone, this was on my mind when they called. I picked up the call and said, "Who dares to cuddle?" And that's all I was able to say until the client was, "Sorry, you want me to cuddle with you?" So, yeah, my client has... And, of course, they have, for the past 2 days, every time I've communicated with them, have brought up the fact that I wanted to cuddle with them on Monday morning. Cuddle.
You're
Trouble.
never going to
Cuddle.
live it down ever.
No, I'm never going to live that down, and I feel that they will never allow me
When
peace of mind
when
that
when you
will come with not cuddling them.
when you have no teeth or sitting around in a diaper eating prune mush, they're gonna bring it up.
That's going to totally be my fate. I'm going to have somebody who I will be on my deathbed at the age of 125, and I will be ready to go on to the next realm. And that thought of when I was 47 years old, I told a client that I wanted them to cuddle with me.
I'm going to
And
make
that is the
sure.
first thing that'll be out of my mouth. The person who will be feeding me right before my death will be like, "I beg your pardon? You want me to cuddle with you?" And I will say, "No! 50 years ago, I wanted somebody to cuddle with me with a dog that's long dead by now. And I want them just to simply cuddle. Please cuddle. No, not you, them. 50 years ago, I wanted to cuddle." Anyway.
If you have a headstone on your grave, I'm going to have that
Would you like
put
to cuddle?
on it. Yeah, would you like to cuddle?
Would you like to cuddle? That's my tombstone. Right there. Would you like to cuddle? You know, quite honestly, it'd be fitting. Oh my God.
That's awesome.
But there you go. My life is nothing but hugs and cuddles.
Make an interesting pickup line in a bar, actually.
Oh, totally. I bet you it would work too. As long as you don't have a windowless van.
Yeah, good call.
Hey, baby. I know we just met, but I would like to cuddle. That would be my opening line.
You have to make yourself look vulnerable. So you'd have to say something like, "My dog just died. Can I cuddle with you?"
Oh, wow.
No. I think what you do
That
is
just
you
comes
pat
off
them
as
on the head
desperation.
while you say,
Okay.
"Would you like a cuddle?"
Yeah.
With the right girl,
All
that
right.
probably work.
Yeah.
Or the wrong
Hey.
one.
Is somebody who would immediately jump on you for the act of cuddling be the right person? I mean, really, think about it.
No.
I can think of a lot of people.
If you ever propositioned a girl with that and they said yes, like it's like complete strangers, run.
Yeah,
Don't look back. Just run.
I agree. Anybody who would want to cuddle with you at the drop of a hat is a terrible choice for a mate.
I bet you she's wearing a Mickey Mouse
Not meat, mate.
Yeah,
and she's wearing some sort of like and she's wearing some sort of like a Mickey Mouse Disneyland kind of apparel thing.
Yeah, of course, because any crazy person would wear Disney apparel. Let me get my hoodie on and my Disney hat. Hang on. There you go. So,
you're crazy. You're nuts.
Am I saying I'm crazy? So okay.
You're nuts.
Which, by the way, my sister is coming up with a plan of sometime in 2021, after the COVID thing has hopefully calmed down a bit, that she wants to go to Disneyland with a group of people. So if you're into going to, I don't know, Star Wars land, then there you go. By the way, I got a new mask. This is just for you, Alan.
Nice.
That's
good. That's good. So
it's from the P&E.
The difficulty that I've been facing over the last week is ordering a white T-shirt with the red G.I. Joe Cobra logo on it.
Oh,
a white T-shirt? Why?
Right?
Why white? Shane wants to know why white.
What is wrong with you?
Well, because the masks that I have most readily available are all white. I was thinking of getting a black mask, and then maybe
Shane,
a black T-shirt with the red Cobra logo. But
Locke says that he only has white masks, so he wants
I can hear him.
Oh, that's right. You can. He can't hear you.
He can't hear me. I can hear him fine. So okay, hang on. So Locke, you're talking about the Cobra block. That's funny. Logo on a white T-shirt. That's what he's asking for.
Yes, that's what he's asking for.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shane's going to look it up.
Yeah,
I found it in black,
on eBay
but not
right
white.
now. There is a hoodie that's like all full, like Storm Shadow.
They should be on blue though, not black.
Well, but I don't have.
So this logo here,
blue mask either. It's easier to get a black mask than it is to get a blue one. But right now, all I have is white masks. So what I'm trying to get is a white Cobra T-shirt so I can put on the white mask and,
right,
look awesome, as you would, of course.
Yes.
Okay, well, tell him I will make him one.
Okay, Shane says he's going to make you one.
Thank you. Good. Excellent.
So the Cobra
Shane
logo
Locke says,
on a white T-shirt. Does he want it in red or black?
Do you want the logo in red or black, Locke?
Red.
All right. Done.
Red, Shane. I'm starting to forget who can hear who.
Okay, I have acquired the logo, and I will make him a white T-shirt speaking tomorrow.
Okay. Sorry, what did you say, Shane?
I will make him. I have acquired a logo, and I will put it on a T-shirt tomorrow.
Locke, Shane says that he has acquired a logo and will put it on a T-shirt tomorrow.
What is his size?
Oh, sweet.
What size are you?
Large.
Let me guess. A child medium.
A child medium, yes, of course.
No, I'm kidding. What size?
Large.
Large.
Large it is.
Large.
Done. Red logo, white shirt. Coming your way.
I mean, obviously, an extra large would work. When I'm
And
doing medium is like, I'm willing to go medium, but it's one of those things where then I need to like take a week out and exercise and lose some weight so that I look good in it. 'Cause otherwise
I
don't
feel
look
your
good in it.
pain. I feel your pain.
Yeah.
Done. All right, I've got the logo. I'll make it happen.
All right. Hey, I gotta get going, guys.
Okay.
Yes. On that note,
Well,
thank
it's
you
been
everybody
awesome,
for
as
watching.
always.
Oh, sorry, I'm talking over Locke, but that's okay. Definitely do all the social media stuff. Tell people about the show, all that kind of stuff. But you know what? Really, we don't need it. We're doing this for fun. But if you do happen to stumble into a room of people who are like, I'd like to see a bunch of weird people drink beer and then talk about other stuff other than beer,
Who
then
doesn't come
we're your
across
show. Yeah, that's a good point. So anyway, thank you all for honestly, thank you for hanging out. There's been like 3 or 4 people watching us off and on over the past hour. Kind of weird, but we love you for it. So thank you again, and of course, we'll be back next Wednesday night where we will drink more beer and talk about random crap, and hopefully you'll get involved in the chat because that's what makes us live for today or something. I don't know what I'm saying. And as always, Alan, please, oh my God, take us out.